Hi friends, and welcome back to the Winfield Public Library's programming. Today we're going to learn how to make ornaments, and we're going to be using some greeting cards for them. Now, I recommend saving some old ones that maybe you were just going to throw away anyways, or the image is so cute and you just didn't want to get rid of it. Save them and we can turn them into some pretty cool crafts. Or if you don't have any, you can go ahead and grab a new one that maybe you weren't going to send out anyways. So if you live close to the Winfield Public Library, you can go get a craft kit, which is going to include this wood ornament, some string, and some other little nifty things. But if you don't live close by, go grab some of these. All you really need is some paper. If you do have like a little ornament or something that we can glue some of them on, that would also work. But we're going to learn two different styles. We're going to learn one with this ornament and one where we only use the paper. So go grab your supplies and let's get started. So we have some of our cards collected. We have some glue, our wood ornament. We're going to start with our one that's best for younger children. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to select which one you want, and we're going to be cutting it out. Now you could go ahead and collage this. We could put it on top and trace around. We really want to find the image we like the most to go on this. So I'm going to start with the cats, and I'm just going to try to find which position I get most of the antlers, and I'm going to trace it. You might need to use a pen to mark, but once you have your circle, I'm not going to worry about up here, then we're going to cut it out. The nice thing about this, it doesn't have to be perfect when it's going on the ornament. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our glue. And make sure we press down nice and firm. I like to move in circular motions. If you want, you can cut it down more. We can put the other cat on the back side. I think that would be great for this one. Now we could have traced them both at the same time. That probably would have been a great idea. And we're going to cut it out. We're going to go ahead, glue on our other side. And like I said, the nice thing is it doesn't have to be perfect. You could go ahead, put a ribbon around here if you wanted to fill in that little gap. You could do a lot of things. And we can go ahead and then put our yarn through the whole entire, our little bow or knot. So that one was our really simple. We're going to do one more where I'm going to kind of collage it together a little bit more. It's a little more complicated than just one image on each side, but I still think my nephew's going to love this one. So for my little more complicated one, I want to combine a couple of images, so the happy holidays and maybe one of the dogs, because I don't think the happy holidays, oh, it will fit. I want to be a little bit more careful with this one. Then we can do the same process. We're going to glue that on. And I'm going to see what can I put on top. I think one of these dogs. So you can add your glue to your ornament or to your paper. Doesn't matter. And think about how you put it on. Do we want it straight? Do we want it a little crisscross? And now I could add those snowmen in, but like I said, I think if you don't move fast enough, you might need to go put some more glue down. And I like the glue stick more than Elmer's glue because that takes too long to dry. So you can either cut him out really carefully, or you could, have a green outline around him. Once you have your images that you want to collage on, you can play around with where you want them. Now, they don't have to stay completely on the ornament. It could come partially off, kind of like that. You could be up here covering up the top. You could go ahead and collage more on. You can make it as fancy or as simple as you want. Now let's go ahead and try one more harder one where you're gonna need 2 cards, and it's gonna be more like origami. So for our next one, we're gonna need 2 cards, and we're gonna be folding them to make a square. So the first thing you're gonna do is choose the area you want, because that'll be the area you're folding down. So I think I want the part that says joy. So I'm gonna take my card and I'm gonna take this corner up and fold it to the center. There we go. Now crease it down. Now we can cut along there and up here to have our square. Now we've cut it. We have our square. We don't have quite all the world, but that's okay. And we're going to do the same thing to our next one. So choose the part you want, and you're going to fold it to that center as nicely as you can. And then we're going to cut. So now we have our 2 squares. Each one is going to make its own star, and then we're going to put them on top of each other. So now that we have it cut out, we're going to fold it in multiple directions. We're going to take our one corner to the top, this corner up. So now we should have an X when you open it up, our bottom to our top. Now we're going to be making a plus sign. And then our last one. So we should have an X and a plus when we open it up. So there we go. We have an X, or plus, and an X. Let's go ahead and just do it right away on the first one. And now let's do, give our X, and we're gonna have our plus. And I'm folding it face. So like this is the face that I want to show, and that is the side I'm folding face to face. That's why I redid the one crease. There we go. So now on my face, I have my plus sign and my X on both. So now I'm gonna flip them over to my wrong side. And if you need to, you could draw your lines. You don't have to, but I will draw mine so you can see that plus sign. We're gonna be cutting halfway up or almost halfway up on the plus. So wherever that fold is, we're going about halfway up. So we should have 4 little cuts. So you see, cut. Now we'll do the same thing here. Next, we're going to take where we cut, and we're going to fold it towards that center X. We're going to line it up with that fold. And we're going to do it to each one. This is why we cut it. Okay, so there's this one done. Now I'll move on to my next one. Now that you have them all folded, we're going to be taking one on top of the other like that. So you see how it makes it 3-dimensional? And we're going to glue. So you can choose either side, it doesn't matter which one you put the glue on, but whatever one you put the glue on has to be the one that's underneath. So only do one at a time. And press. Now you might need something inside, so you can use it to press down on, especially to get to that corner. So I'm just using a pencil. And now I'll move on to the next one. For this project, for this step, I prefer stick glue because Elmer's glue, like the liquid, takes too long to dry and you'd be sitting here for a while. But you could also do hot glue. Now we're going to do the same thing to this one. So now I have both done, and this is where you can experiment with different types of glue. Wet glue would work, but you'd have to hold it for a little bit. Hot glue would work really well and really fast. So we're going to be putting them on top of each other crisscross, not this way, but this way. And that's why I said you could put a message inside, or if you want to keep the card writing, just fold it up, put it in there. That could be really nice as like a little memory. So we're going to put it like that. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue right there. So I know it touches somewhere in that area, and I'm putting some super glue on it. There we go. I know that will work. Give it a few seconds. And there is my finished three-dimensional star ornament. So I hope you had fun making your ornaments. I know I did. I really love how they turned out. Look at that three-dimensional quality to it, and how cute this one is. And then of course our silly little cat. They just came out so nice. I can't wait to put them up on my tree, which I guess I don't have to wait, do I? Just go ahead, put them up. And the super glue works so well for that one. I hope to see you next time. Remember, if you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, share it with some friends, maybe make it with some friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the Winfield Public Library's Facebook and YouTube page and see what else they're going to come up with in the next few months. So I'll see you next time. Remember, I'm Art with Miss Choate, and you can go ahead and find more videos like these on my page. See you next time. Bye, friends.